Hey everybody, welcome back to Sam's Doing Stuff. Well, what am I doing today? I'm trying to get motivated. I don't know what you guys do when this type of stuff happens. I'd be very interested to hear in the comments, but this is where I end up. So come on. So as you saw last weekend, I'm all set up here in the barn to process some firewood, and I want to get that started. And we got this beautiful day. It's kind of a bonus, so I'd really like to just process it out here. And when I do that, I'd like to be able to take my dump trailer and of course back it up right over here at my loading dock area. And then any of the pieces that go to my dad, I can put directly into the dump trailer. And I use this piece of 3/8 inch metal to drive the tractor on to get up into the dump trailer. Now someone suggested that when I do that, I should weld on a couple of pieces of metal on the edge that can hook onto the edge of the dump trailer and keep it from sliding off. Great idea. So I found this piece of scrap metal just stuck in the ground, and I think it'd be perfect if I clean it up. I should be able to weld it onto the edge and it would work fantastically. So now I want to come up into the garage and I want to get ready to weld. But my workshop is still filled with decorations and stuff left over from the Halloween party. Now, yes, that's my own fault, but I don't want to waste a beautiful day like this cleaning up Halloween decorations. So now I got to work around it. So my motivation just gets chopped down step by step by step to what I really want to do is start cutting and splitting logs. But what I have to do is clean up this mess. A little cruddy. Haha, good enough. Clean up one mess just to make another. Aren't those some beautiful welds? Just gorgeous. Now, this time, I cleaned up. Before, I go down and start messing around with getting the trailer set up and everything, cleaned up. It's more to do with discipline than motivation, because my motivation right now is just to go down and try it. I just want to try it. I just want to try it. So I should have just left all, no. Discipline, clean it up. Oh, this is heavy. Wow. All right. Yeah, that is going to work absolutely great. Whatever viewer had that idea, thank you very much. That's going to hook right there and stay in place. I'll be able to drive in and out, dumping stuff, filling it up. Oh yeah. Well, sun's getting low. Day's almost over and I didn't cut or split anything, but I'll be ready for it tomorrow. And here we are, next day. Good morning. Yeah, All that work yesterday paid off because I'm ready to go today. So what am I going to do? Well, I think I want to cut up all these logs over here and start making a bunch of rounds. I need this space over here to stack my rounds so I can move the wood splitter in place and just get things going. And I think normally I like to do a little bit of cutting, a little bit of splitting, it just kind of breaks things up. But I think for efficiency's sake, today I'm going to get this stuff cut. Well, it's the next morning and here we are again. I'm feeling it. I got a lot done. It doesn't look like a lot. It never does. All the work. Got to be crazy to process firewood. But you know what? Yeah. Oh, you see that? Things are happening. Yeah. I'm feeling good. That's motivation. The discipline is this. I want to start splitting, but I told myself I was going to get all of these logs cut up first so I have room to put all of the rounds without burying these logs back here. So back at it, I'm gonna cut them all up. Whew. Yeah, stop for a minute because I need a break and just want to kind of explain some things the time lapse doesn't do. So there it is. I actually overloaded this time because I really wanted to get all of those logs out, and I did. I got them all out of this area over here, so now I can just fill this area with rounds. And even when I get to this stuff and any of the other logs, I can just use that area over there because I am going to, once I fill that or get done with this, I'm going to start splitting. Now, some of the things I'm running into, well, the first thing is my ash log split in half here. Yeah. So I got to get me a new piece of ash, or maybe red oak. If I find a good piece of red oak that I can cut in half, I'm going to have to rip it because, like I said, I was lucky that this one split down the middle. And if I do take another piece, I'm going to make it longer because the end pieces on all of these just fall down to the ground. I cut them in there up here where I can just lift them and put them over here into the IBC tote. So I got the IBC tote, and if you've seen this before, I use these little carabiner things, and they hook over the basket there. So when I dump them, the logs fall out and the basket stays on the forks. I'm a little tired, can you tell? That's one thing about these poor man processes, the poor man something or others that you make. They usually require a little bit more work. Yeah. you go. All that was logs is now cut into rounds, ready to be split. Let me tell you something, that feels really, really good. And this is where the motivation comes. Now I'm motivated because I was disciplined and I did what I set out to do, and I got everything that needed to happen first done. I could start splitting and making firewood, and that I am motivated to do. I got one more thing to talk to you about. Okay, let's do this. So I know I must be gaining success with my channel because I'm having to address a viewer's comment. I've seen Mike Morgan have to do this several times. And, I could just ignore it, but with privilege comes responsibility, and I think the privilege of having a YouTube channel gives me the responsibility of addressing things like this. And if one person says it, I'm sure that somebody else is thinking it. So here's the comment. Douglas MacLeod said, and this is in reference to the poor man's firewood processor, okay? Douglas MacLeod said, "It's so great when rich people do a video on how poor people do things, LOL. The land and equipment you have puts you in the top 1% in the world and at least the top 1% in the country." I don't know if those stats are accurate, but hey, fine. So I replied, just trying to keep it light. You don't make money by throwing it away. Doesn't matter how much you have, you can become successful with hard work and wise decisions. I've been poor, and the lessons I learned when I will be with me the rest of my life. So he replied, again, "What do you mean you don't make money by throwing it away? That's kind of a no-brainer. My point was, a poor man doesn't have a tractor or equipment or land, so the video really doesn't apply, does it?" So I said, you know what? I'll address this on Saturday. So here we go. So let's talk about the phrase, a poor man's something. A poor man's something refers to, and this is not my definition, this is the actual definition. A poor man's something refers to something that does the same job as something else, but does it much cheaper. It's that simple. So this is a poor man's chair. I'm sitting on a log. I did a video on the poor man's land plane, okay? I took my carry-all and I attached a heavy-duty pallet to it. I bolted it to it, and that works great. If you haven't seen that video, I'll try and put a link. If you need something to smooth ground and you don't want to spend all the money on a land plane, yeah. Anyway, so you get the point. That's the definition of it. If I make something that's not going to cost me $1,000 to buy a land plane, that I already have a carry-all and all I do is strap a free pallet to it, that's a poor man's land plane. It doesn't mean I'm poor. It's just a phrase. So now on to what I really think. And this is my perception. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I think what he's referring to is that a rich man shouldn't do anything about something a poor man would use. And he's really more bothered by the fact that I'm wealthy than anything else. So first of all, if you're trying to get to my ego, you're barking up the wrong tree, okay? There's no ego here. Like I said in the comment, I was poor once. I was really poor. I was married before. I have older children. And household made $19,000 one year. And we made it work, And we did it without government funds. I'm very, very happy we were able to do that. So I have a loving family. I have support. You want to be jealous of riches? You should be jealous of that. You should be jealous of the relationship I have with my parents, the love I have for my wife, the love I have for my children, the fact that, Right now, my daughter being special needs, that I get to spend as much time as I do with her. When she needs her daddy, I'm there. It's fantastic. You want to be jealous of things, be jealous of the things that really matter, and try and strive for that stuff. Possessions and things, I mean, my life could change like that and it could all be gone. You know, it's futile. But there's one thing I did learn in life, and I really strongly adhere to, is that we are not guaranteed success. We are not guaranteed happiness. We are not guaranteed any of the things we have right now, no matter how rich or poor you are. What you are guaranteed in life is that there will be some hard times, there will be pain, there will be some suffering, and then there will be death. Not a single person on this planet has proven otherwise. So in the times when you have, and in the times when you can be happy, you know, because happiness is your own, everybody knows this, I hope everybody knows this, happiness is your own responsibility. It's not the things that happen to you, it's the way you react to them. So in the chances where you can be happy, just grab onto it. I mean, really, just grab onto it and be happy. So when it comes to riches, wealth, possessions, success, first of all, my wife pays for all of this. And she's a very brilliant woman, and I love her dearly. And let me tell you something, if I'm lucky in any way, shape, or form, it's that she loves me the way she does. And I'm just trying to take care of her house. This is, you know, I'm doing the best I can to add value to her life. That's what my goal is. So, you know, but make good decisions, you know, make wise choices no matter where you are, whatever level of wealth or success or where you are, because I'm sure a lot of you out there, maybe you're doing pretty well right now, but you were in the dumps before, you know, you had to claw your way out. You really start rationing out the rice in the cupboard. You ever done that? You ever done that? Try and mix it with cream of mushroom soup to make it taste better. You're gonna make me get, anyway. And you think maybe I come from with a silver spoon in my mouth? My parents, they had less than I have. And you know, I love the mantra that, you know, give your kids enough money so they can do something, but don't give them enough money so they can do nothing. Think about that for a second. Yeah, it's a good mantra. Anyway, I think I've said enough. You know, if I become really successful on this YouTube channel, great. And you know what? There's a lot of credit to you guys out there for sticking with me and, you know, watching what I do. And am I going to make more poor man's somethings? Of course I'm going to. I'm going to try and show you. Do you think I'm the type of guy that just goes out and buy a $100,000 fire processor? No. No, I'm going to try and make something that's affordable and something that makes sense, that accomplishes a lot of the same things, but doesn't cost me all that money. You know, that's the whole goal. And I think that's valuable to people out there. That's why I'm sharing this. I get a good idea like that, I'm going to share it, because not everybody can afford expensive stuff. You know, I have an old used truck and I just paid off my tractor. I'm not going to apologize for my success. I've worked hard to get there. You should never have to apologize for being successful. Never. Okay, that's enough. Hey, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you sitting here listening to my rant. You know, and I appreciate the comment. No matter where you came from with that, Douglas, if it just helps. It does, and I'm going to treat it that way. I'm going to, you know, treat everything in the best light I can. So, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time when I'm doing more stuff. Be disciplined.